This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas.
And I'm Erika Kristensen. Tonight on the Scorecard.
Team Philippines off to a winning start at Harbin 2025 with curling victory over South Korea. Bevan inducted into Australian Cricket Hall of Fame. Spurs land the Aaron Fox and Kings roll the dice on Lavine. Devin Booker makes history as the Suns' all-time leading scorer in tough loss to Trailblazers. While Curry and Moody power Warriors to hard-fought win over Magic. As the world goes Loka over Luca, we have Superfan Richard Vega to help us make sense of this shocking NBA trade that has sent fans into a major meltdown. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 4th of February. Now here's our roundup.
The Philippines is making waves at the #Harbin 2025 Asian Winter Games, and it all started with an impressive opening win in curling. The dynamic duo of Mark Angelo Pfister and Kathleen Sumbilo Duberstein secured a commanding 12-6 victory over South Korea in the curling mixed doubles event, marking a strong start to the country's campaign. Now, this win is especially significant as the Philippines continues to build its presence in winter sports. Competing in Group B, meanwhile, of the elimination round, Pfister and Duberstein displayed excellent teamwork and precision on the ice, outplaying their South Korean opponents with well-placed stones and strategic play. The match started with a tightly contested opening end, but as the game progressed, the Philippine pair found the rhythm, taking control and securing the win with a 6-point lead. The Asian Winter Games provide an incredible platform for Filipino athletes to showcase their skills on the international stage. With sports like curling, figure skating, speed skating, and snowboarding, the Philippines continues to prove that it belongs among Asia's top winter sports competitors.
Michael Bevan, Australia's one-day cricket maestro, has finally been inducted into the Australian Cricket Hall of Fame after a rule change recognizing white ball specialists. Long overlooked due to his brief test career, Bevan's impact in ODIs was undeniable, scoring 6,912 runs at an average of 53.58 in 232 games, cementing his reputation as the ultimate finisher. His last ball boundary at the SCG on New Year's Day in 1996 remains one of cricket's most iconic moments. Hall of Fame Chairman Peter King said that Bevan redefined white ball cricket with his precision, athleticism, and unmatched ability to chase down targets. Cricket Australia Chief Executive Nick Hockley hailed Bevan as an icon and pioneer, praising his temperament and clutch performances.
The Sacramento Kings are shaking things up, sending the Aaron Fox to the San Antonio Spurs in a blockbuster multi-team trade that brings Lavine to Sacramento. Now here are the trade details. Spurs get De'Aaron Fox, Jordan McLaughlin, while on the other hand, Kings get Lavine, City Sissoko, 3 first-round picks, 2025 via Hornets, 2027 via Spurs, 2031 via Timberwolves. Bulls get Zach Collins, Trey Jones, and Kevin Werder, 2025 first-round pick and previously owed to Spurs. After nearly 8 seasons in Sacramento, Fox moves on, joining Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio, giving the Spurs the dynamic playmaker they've all been searching for. Sacramento bets on Lavine's scoring, but takes a risk on fit, while also securing 3 first-round picks with mixed value. For Chicago, on the other hand, this deal clears Lavine's contract and recoups a crucial 2025 first-round pick, setting the stage for a possible rebuild. Big moves here. Now it is time to see how they play out on the court.
The Phoenix Suns fell just short against the Portland Trailblazers, losing 121-119 in a thrilling NBA matchup at the Moda Center. The game saw DeAndre Ayton putting up a dominant performance for the Blazers with 25 points, a game-high 20 rebounds, and 2 assists, while Denny Advia contributed 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Though the Suns dropped their second straight game, there was a silver lining for the team. Devin Booker. The star guard made history by surpassing Suns legend Walter Davis to become the franchise's all-time leading scorer. Booker finished the night with 34 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists, shooting 50% from the field, 9 of 18, and 37.5% from beyond the arc. Booker reached the milestone of 15,667 career points in just 642 regular season games, 124 fewer games than it took Davis to set the record, a mark that stood for nearly 39 years. Though it wasn't the win the Suns were hoping for, Booker's achievement is a testament to his consistency and place in Phoenix basketball history.
Meanwhile, Stephen Curry and Moses Moody led the charge as the Golden State Warriors edged out the Orlando Magic 104-99 in San Francisco. The victory marked the Warriors' third win in their last 4 games. Moody delivered a key 17-point performance off the bench, including a clutch 3-pointer late in the game, while Andrew Wiggins added a team high of 25 points. Curry, despite a very slow start, finished with 24 points, helping the Warriors rally from a challenging stretch. The Magic had a strong showing, with Cole Anthony leading the way with 26 points right off the bench. Orlando led for much of the game, even holding an 11-point advantage in the first half. However, Golden State made a decisive push in the final minutes, outscoring Orlando 14-7 after trailing 92-90 with just over 4 minutes remaining. The win keeps the Warriors in a competitive spot in the standings, while of course the Magic will look to bounce back in their next outing. Now here are other results from around the NBA.
Now let's go to your daily dose of sports lingo. In street ball, players often shout, "And one!" loudly, even before the referee calls a foul, using the phrase to emphasize the toughness of the shot they just made. An "and one" is a term used in basketball when a player makes a successful field goal attempt while being fouled by an opposing defender. As a result, the player is awarded 1 additional free throw, giving them the chance to convert a 3-point play. If the original shot was a 2-pointer, or a 4-point play if the shot was a 3-pointer. So next time you hear someone yell, "And one!" on the court, you'll know it's not just about the points. They're celebrating a tough contested shot and the chance to add even more to their score.
Yeah, it is now time for our off-court buzzer. With the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League gearing up for its 7th season on March 8 at the Capitol Arena in Ilagan City, Isabela, big changes are on the horizon, guys. Now, not just in the format, but also in the fight against game fixing. MPBL founder and chairman Manny Pacquiao is calling on team owners to help cleanse the league of illegal gambling influences by steering clear of players and coaches suspected of game fixing. Speaking at a dinner meeting with team owners, including those of the league's newest squad, the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys, and returning franchise Basilan Star Horse, Pacquiao emphasized the importance of upholding fair play. At the request of team owners, the MPBL is making 2 big format changes this season. North and South Divisions finals go best of 5. The road to the national finals just got tougher. The national finals between division champions will remain a best of 5 showdown rather. Play-in tournament joins the action. Inspired by the NBA, the MPBL is introducing a play-in tournament to determine the final 2 playoff spots in each division. Now here's how it works. The top 6 teams from the North and South automatically advance to the quarterfinals. The 7th and 8th seeds face off for a spot in the playoffs. Now the loser of that game gets one last shot, taking on the winner of a do-or-die match between the 9th and 10th seeds. With 29 teams here led by defending champion Pampanga and last year's runner-up Quezon Province expected to return, this season is shaping up to be more intense than ever.
And that's our roundup for tonight, the 4th of February. When we return, we will make sense of the Doncic fandom meltdown as we go loco over Luca with Superfan, Richard Vega.
Watch out for that and more right here on The Scorecard.
Welcome back to The Scorecard. The world is still reeling from arguably the most shocking NBA trade in history. Luca Doncic shedding the Mavericks jersey and getting a one-way ticket to LA. And here to help us make sense of all the chaos is Luca Doncic superfan, Mr. Richard Vega.
Hey guys, thank you for having me here.
Sir, paano ba yan? Luca to LA. You have the Dallas Mavericks merch here, a lot of which signed by Luca. Kamusta naman? Kamusta naman po kayo, sir, after that shocking news that happened over the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I was in shock, to be honest. And I was speechless for, I think, 5 minutes. Actually, we're having lunch when I heard the news.
Okay.
And I even told my wife na, look, yung mga fake news ngayon, parang totoo na. And then suddenly, my cousin from LA, from the Bay Area, called me. And then he told me, what's up? What's going on with the Mavs? And then that's the time I realized na it's really happening. So I was stunned, devastated, and yeah.
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that, no? Like, I think I can really feel your shock because your wife was also telling us earlier off camera that you even went on a hunger strike.
That's right. I was not able to finish my lunch and di rin ako kumain ng dinner.
No.
Okay, sir, you have all this merch here. I want to ask you about your business because you're also the owner of Man Cave Manila,
Yes, sir.
which is located in Green Hills. I
sir.
actually pass by the store a lot kasi mahilig ako sa mga toys doon. Tell us about your business and how you acquire all of this merch, all of the jerseys na pirmado ng mga players.
Yes, sir. Man Cave Manila, we started last year. And basically, we are a sports memorabilia shop. We also cater art toys, statues, also toys. Since Shopsville is known for toys talaga siya.
Yes.
So, nakita ko kasi parang kulang yung wala yung mga sports memorabilia items dun sa Green Hills. So, I decided na since I'm into to that kind of hobby, I decided na mag-put up ako ng store. So at least medyo gumanda yung market ng mga sports memorabilia collector dito sa Manila, sa Philippines. So that's how it all started. And nakukuha ko siya through my connection sa US kasi my parents is from San Francisco. So I do have some relatives there that's helping me getting the items. Also, nag-order din tayo sa mga third party, I mean sa mga company na nagbebenta ng mga sports memorabilia so like Fanatics, Panini, and other Upper Deck, things like that.
Okay, well, now, because obviously, you know, we're here in Billionario right now, so let's talk about money a little bit, right? I'm curious to know the valuation of these items that you have brought here with us, specifically with how Luca is now off to the Lakers. Because these are obviously, you know, memorabilia from his team back in the Mavs. Ano ba yon? Now that we're probably never gonna see him wearing the same jersey anymore. Well, wag naman sana, but maybe never, let's assume, diba? Or how's the valuation for these items? Are they actually gonna go up in price?
I mean, for me, it will still be, as of this moment, it will still be the same. Maybe for the merchandise, the one that is not signed, magsisale sila. Of course, kasi more ng mga fans ni Luca, Lakers na yung gustong bilhin na. But when it comes to memorabilia kasi, the signed items or the game-worn items, the value of that depends on the player itself.
Yes.
So dun sa accomplishment ng player na yan. So, yung mga signed memorabilia ni Luca sa Dallas, that's part of his legacy. So, I don't think na magda-dive down yung price niya. In fact, for me, tataas pa yan. Since nasa Lakers na siya, and we know how Lakers develop superstars, right?
Yeah.
So, I think mas gaganda yung career ni Luca sa Lakers.
Wow.
That's what I think. And eventually, tataas lahat ng value ng memorabilia ni Luca.
Sir, since we're talking about the before and after, I want to talk a little bit about the Vegas odds. Because nagulat ako na parang mas maganda pa para sa Lakers na napunta si Luca Doncic sa kanila. In fact, the odds of the Lakers winning the championship are actually better after the trade. And Dallas actually went worse. But if you're gonna analyze it, parang mas maganda yung fit ni AD sa Dallas. Your reaction to that?
I agree with you. Kasi, for me, as of this moment, yung time frame ng pagkaka-add ni Anthony Davis sa Dallas, it's perfect. Kasi, halos same age lang sila. And I think, magiging contender talaga sila in the next 2-3 years. Kasi 32, 33 lang sila. But for the Lakers, kasi I doubt na mas lumakas sila for this season. Kasi especially, wala silang center, wala si AD. And in defense nila, hindi naman ganun kaano. So unless gumawa ulit ng trade si Rob, na mag-acquire ng big man, anyway, may asset pa naman sila eh. Kasi may draft pick pang naiwan, nandiyan pa sila Austin Reeves, si Kinech. So they can use those persons to acquire another star. For me, I think.
But Richard, how do you feel now that Luca is going to be playing for the Lakers? How do you feel that he is now on the same team as LeBron?
Actually, mixed emotion. Because I'm a Dallas fan talaga ever since. I started collecting Jason Kidd memorabilia before. So since high school, Dallas na because Dallas is the one who drafted Jason Kidd. And then until nag-champion sila ng 2011, then na-acquire ng Dallas si Luca. From day 1 to 2018, talagang Luca fan na ako eh. Kasi nakita ko talaga yung potential niya na once in generational talent talaga si Luca. But medyo happy pa rin ako kasi at least napunta siya sa Lakers, which we all know that it's a big market, right?
Yes.
And I'm sure na in the future, magiging maganda yung legacy ni Luca sa Lakers.
Well, one thing's for sure, sir. Hindi pa tapos ang career ni Luca. He's only 25 years old,
right.
and the Lakers are envisioning that long-term, this is going to be good for them. We want you to do a little bit of analysis since you're such a big Luka Doncic fan. Meron kami ditong Mount Rushmore of international stars. So ilabas natin itong mga players natin, the best international players in the history of the NBA. So syempre, kasama dyan, Hakeem Olajuwon, you've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, you've got Dirk Nowitzki, greatest Dallas Maverick of all time, and the Joker, the best NBA player as of the moment. Sir Richard, come over here to the big screen. Para sa'yo, you still have the Luka Doncic jersey. Do you think he deserves to one day be a part of the Mount Rushmore of NBA international players? And if so, sino yung papalitan ni Luka dito?
That is a tough question.
Yeah, this is really tough. I know that they are all MVPs, they are all champions, but even though I'm a Dallas fan, I need to go to Dirk because compared to those three, for me, si Dirk yung medyo least accomplished compared to sa tatlo.
Wow, I'm shocked, ah.
Yeah.
You would put Luka over
Ako
Dirk.
Ako din.
Wow. Okay.
But
That is a very brave answer, might I add.
but the reason is, I know that if I'm going to put Luka there, my point is, at this moment, he's just 25 years old,
yes,
right?
yes.
And he's already 5-time All-NBA player. He led the scoring last year, and he scored 73 points last year. He brought the Mavericks to the playoffs. So if Luka will stay healthy, and he will learn from LeBron or other stars that he will join with the Lakers, I'm confident, and I can say this, that once Luka's career is done, he can overtake all of them.
Wow.
That's
He will be the
period.
GOAT for the international players.
So
for
you're
me.
expecting multiple championships in LA. Kasi para sa akin, for him to replace any one of these guys, he has to win multiple championships with the Lakers.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking right now. If Luka will just remain healthy, he will improve his conditioning and other antics. I mean, he will be a champion in the future.
All right. So Richard, thank you so much.
Thank you,
and hope to see you next
sir.
time in a Luka Lakers jersey. Just imagine it. Check out Man Cave Manila on Green Hill. Sir, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you, sir.
When the scorecard returns, we will look into who actually got the better deal between the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers trade so you can keep your eyes on the prize.
Hello and welcome to Follow the Money. I'm Rain Musni. Join us as we explore the tools and insights you need to jumpstart your financial journey.
We empower.
This country deserves a real choice in the next election.
We motivate.
Do not invest money that you're not able to afford to lose.
Changes that are vital.
We're monitoring the sale of these products online.
Follow the money with Rain Musni.
Keep it here on the Billionaire News Channel. Always on top.
Every morning,
We won't mention
let's start your day right and laugh with fun. Join Paulo Del Rosario
So excited to bring it all here for you.
and Asis Carillo.
Always a pleasure sharing our mornings with you. Don't forget, wherever this day takes you, choose joy and spread kindness.
And Monique Tuzon.
Your mornings are mo fun with us. Join us in the next hour for stories and conversations that matter.
Only here on
It's a beautiful day.
I think there are still a very small fraction of our employees that think that they can get away with it. And that's being investigated. There are systems in place to identify some of our personnel are still engaged in this illicit activity. And if they're caught, they're being prosecuted and dismissed from the service. Most of it are being smuggled at the southern part of the Philippines where, of course, there are open seas. And it would be a little bit of a challenge for the Bureau to guard them. That's why we've worked with the Philippine Navy and the Philippine Coast Guard to guard our open waters because sophistication in smuggling activities of syndicates and other unscrupulous persons have pointed out to smuggling in the high seas already.
If we look at the potential drivers for 2025, you have just infrastructure spending. Hopefully, we're expecting recovery of the consumer sector. Hopefully, we'll be able to trump inflation. But again, that remains a challenge in the near term. And of course, we're expecting the tailwinds from the national election spending. So that should try to cling to close to a 6% GDP growth. But it remains a challenge given the external factor of Trump's trade war.
Welcome back to the Scorecard. It is time to keep your eyes on the prize. Anton Roxas will break down the most shocking NBA trade in recent memory to deliver key insights that might just give you the edge that you need to stay ahead of the game. Anton, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Kendall. I mean, Erika. Joke lang. Who won the Luca AD deal? Let's break it down. All right, so when Shams dropped the bomb that Luka Doncic was heading to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, I have to double check if I wasn't getting punked. Because you don't just wake up on a Sunday morning expecting a franchise-altering trade to hit your phone. But here we are. Luka, the 25-year-old Slovenian maestro, is now wearing purple and gold, while AD takes his talent to Dallas. This is seismic, like 2011 Chris Paul to the Lakers until David Stern said no, seismic. Now, let's get into it. Who won? Who lost? Who's going to regret this in 3 years? Let's start with the Lakers. Before the deal, the Lakers were an afterthought in the championship conversation, just another team in the crowded Western Conference race. But with Doncic now wearing purple and gold, the buzz around Los Angeles has reached a fever pitch. The Lakers have surged into the title picture with expectations skyrocketing overnight. Doncic brings an entirely new dynamic to a team that had been struggling to find consistency. His ability to create offense at an elite level, combined with LeBron James's leadership, suddenly makes the Lakers one of the most intriguing teams heading into the back half of the season. Since the trade, the Lakers have become the most talked about team in the league, with an influx of attention and growing belief that they could make a serious run in the playoffs. Their projected win total for the season has also increased, reflecting the impact of adding one of the best offensive players in basketball. Meanwhile, the Mavericks are now a fascinating case study in roster reconstruction. Moving on from Doncic signals a new direction, with AD set to anchor the team in a way that they haven't seen since Dirk Nowitzki's prime. While the immediate reaction has been mixed, the long-term potential of a team built around Davis's defensive dominance and the reshaped supporting cast will be worth watching. Looking ahead, all eyes are on February 25. This is the odds, okay? Lakers and Dallas. Before the trade and after the trade, as we were explaining earlier, mas gumanda yung chance ng Lakers na manalo ng championship as compared to Dallas. But of course, Superfan Richard Vega does not agree. But going back, pag maglaban na itong new look LA at Dallas, it's going to be one of the most anticipated games of the season as Luca faces his former team for the first time while Davis looks to prove that he is the new leader in Dallas. Initial projections favor the Lakers in the matchup, though the early reaction has led to adjustments as analysts assess how each team adapts to their new reality. But one thing is clear, this trade didn't just shake up the rosters, it changed the entire conversation around the playoff race. Only time will tell, but for now, this is one of the craziest NBA trades that we have ever seen. And I still can't believe that this actually happened. And that wraps up tonight's preview, so you can keep your eyes on the prize.
Now, before we go, think on this. From two-time NBA champion and finals MVP, considered as one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. Kevin Durant once said, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again next week on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, right here on the Billionaire News Channel. I'm Anton Rojas.
And I'm Erika Kristensen. Have a blessed evening.
Good night.